Tom Cruise and an intriguing social commentary are available for viewing this weekend. And here to review Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 and Biosphere are film critics Pam Powell and Chuck Kaplinski. It's so good to have everybody all back together.
So great to be here.
Okay, so blockbuster. Is this the blockbuster of the summer?
Yes.
Tom Cruise bringing it.
He always brings it.
That's
why he's Tom Cruise. You can never, well, I shouldn't say never, but more times than not, he does come through, and he comes through big time here with Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, which is a mouthful.
There's going to be a Part 2,
There's a cliffhanger, let me tell you, both literally and figuratively. And as Pam has said, as with most of these movies, it's all about finding the thing. The thing that needs to save the other with bad guys who are after the thing. And the thing in this case is a key that will unlock this gizmo of artificial intelligence that is messing with the world. You can't trust anything anymore. You can't trust anyone anymore. And every government in the world is after this. And of course, it doesn't just take place in Philo and Sidoris. We have to go to Morocco. We have to go to Rome. We have to go, what am I missing?
Norway.
Norway. Yeah. I mean, we're all over the place because, you know, these things just don't take place in small towns. And who wants to look at those? As Pam's pointed out, they'd use a great advantage to these locations. You really do feel as though you are there. And as far as feeling you're there, we've also talked about how Cruise does his own stunts, and that is key to this film because it adds to the peril and it also adds to the realism of just, even though these things become incredibly ridiculous. There you see one of the best scenes of the year, this chase through the streets of Rome in which they end up, he and Haley Atwell, handcuffed and then having to drive this little Fiat, and the Fiat doesn't work quite well. It's not going to end well, but it does. I laughed as much as I was thrilled by this film simply because I wasn't laughing at the film, but I was appreciating just how ridiculous it is. And really, they're winking at us all the way through. And that, of course, is a highlight as well.
He did that on his own?
6 times.
Oh, my word.
And the lead up to that is funny as well as to why he has to do this.
Does he age?
No.
Yes.
No. I'm going to say no.
I want his trainer.
Yeah, seriously. You and me
my goodness. It kind of reminds me, Chuck, of the Fast and Furious franchise.
No. Not even close.
We were talking about that on the podcast.
Rinse your mouth. The difference is this is good.
Okay.
See it on the big screen.
Okay, that sounds like a good one. I definitely want to see that one. I'm not too sure about Biosphere.
It is a really intriguing and interesting science fiction tale. Mark Duplass and Sterling K. Brown starred in this. This is a 2-person ensemble cast in the not-too-distant future where we learned that somebody made some bad decisions, and that would be Billy, played by Mark Duplass, and he used to be the President of the United States. His right-hand man, you see right there, Ray, played by Sterling K. Brown, was his advisor. Well, I don't think things went too well because they are the last 2 humans on Earth. They've been living in this biosphere, this dome, for the last, I don't know how many years. Well, they are living, they're exercising, they are trying to have hope that they can continue on. They have 3 fish named Diane, Sam, and Woody. Recognize those names from Cheers. Diane dies, so now they only have 2 male fish. This is important that I'm telling you this. What happens is Mother Nature wants the species of fish to survive. So one of those fish, I think it was Sam, decides that he's no longer a he and morphs into a female. So now they have hope again. They have fish eggs.
Jurassic Park. Life finds a way.
Oh, my
and here's the cool thing. Frogs do this. I believe there are probably other species that actually do this. So this is a real science part of it. And then, of course, this story morphs into pushing those boundaries of science and some other changes. There are existential crises, and there are some intrinsic differences that occur in some metamorphoses that occur as well between the 2 stars of the film. And
2 males that are left.
And that's the only seed I'm going to plant there. And there is a pun there. This is a smart film. This really is. The dialogue is amazing. The relationship between these 2 guys is incredible. They're childhood friends. They have a lot of history between the 2 of them. They do change, and they change in ways that you don't expect. And this, I didn't love the ending, although Chuck and I talked about the ending on the podcast, and I like it more now after talking with you about it. I really loved this movie. This is something that is going to create a conversation. You're not going to stop thinking about it when you leave the theater, and it is playing in the Normal Theater, correct?
Yeah, it's the only place it's playing locally is at the Normal. Take a trip over there, see that historic theater, see it there. You can also get it at home through video on demand.
Okay.
But yeah, as with any movie, you should see it in a theater. I like this one too.
Okay, well, definitely sounds interesting.
It is intriguing. It's captivating.
It's about hope.
Okay.
It is, ultimately.
Well, two great movies up for grabs this weekend for your viewing pleasure. And as always, you can check out the Real Talk with Chuck and Pam YouTube channel. They've got their video reviews as well as segments here with us. And there's a look at their website and Facebook page. We appreciate you being here today. All right.